When I tried to kick him, I found my foot only halfway to his face. Sam's reflexes were that fast.
At 72 years old, martial arts legend Sammo Hung has decided to share intimate stories about his relationship with the iconic Bruce Lee. Known for his amazing energy and groundbreaking work in martial arts movies, Sammo Hung has amazed fans around the world with his creativity and skill. For the first time, he is opening up about his personal friendship with Bruce Lee, giving us rare insights into the life and legacy of this martial arts pioneer. Sammo Hung was born on January 7, 1952, in Hong Kong, into a family that was deeply connected to the film industry. His father, Chin Ching Gan, was an actor from Shanghai, and his mother worked as someone who took care of movie costumes. Because his parents were so busy with their jobs, Sam was mainly raised by his grandparents, who were famous people in Hong Kong's film business. His grandmother, Chin Tang, appeared in more than 80 films, and his grandfather, Hung Chung-ho, was a movie director who worked from 1937 to 1950. Growing up around all these movie people gave Sam a lifelong love for film. When Sam was just 9 years old, he joined the China Drama Academy, a special school in Hong Kong where students learned Peking opera. At this school, he trained very hard in martial arts, acrobatics, and acting under a master teacher named Yu Jim Yuen. Sam became an important member of a group called the Seven Little Fortunes, which included future stars like Jackie Chan. At the school, he used the name Yuen Lung, following the tradition of using the master's last name. Sam's acting career began right after he finished at the academy. His first movie was called Education of Love in 1961, and then he appeared with Jackie Chan in Big and Little Wong Tin Bar in 1962. When he was only 14 years old, he started working at Shaw Brothers Studio, helping an action director named Han Ying. His big break came in 1973 when he appeared as a sparring partner in Bruce Lee's famous movie Enter the Dragon. This role introduced him to many more people and opened doors for his future in action movies. In the years that followed, Sam became known for mixing martial arts with comedy in a unique way. He started directing movies in 1977 with Iron-Fisted Monk, showing off his innovative fight scenes and storytelling. During the late 1970s and 1980s, he became a household name in Hong Kong movies, starring in and directing successful films like Encounters of the Spooky Kind, The Prodigal Son, and The Magnificent Butcher. His work with Jackie Chan, especially in movies like Project A and Wheels on Meals, combined fast-paced action with humor, creating some of the most memorable Hong Kong movies ever made. Sam's contribution to martial arts movies cannot be denied. He was incredibly skilled at creating complicated fight scenes that were both emotionally rich and funny at the same time. His work as both an actor and director helped shape the future of the genre, leaving a mark that continues to influence martial arts films today. Throughout his career, Sam started several production companies that created many successful movies during the golden age of Hong Kong cinema. However, Sam's journey was not always smooth. When he was a teenager at the China Drama Academy, he suffered a serious leg injury during training. Although the exact details of the injury are not well known, it was severe enough to keep him in bed for a long time. This happened at a crucial moment in his life as he was moving from intense training to starting his film career. Sam remembered the pain and how his master, Yu Jim Yuen, insisted that he continue performing even though he was limping. The time after his injury was very difficult. Without being able to train for 2 months, Sam gained a lot of weight, which he blamed on not being active and eating too much. This period of recovery happened at the same time as he was going through a growth spurt as a teenager. His weight gain eventually affected the types of roles he was offered in movies. Directors often cast him as villains or funny characters because of his larger size. However, Sam's determination brought him back to the business as a stuntman and fight director. The late 1980s brought more challenges for Sam. While he had success with films like Project A and Dragons Forever, Jackie Chan's international fame began to overshadow his own achievements. As Chan's career reached new heights, Sam's commercial success started to decline. Movies like Pantyhose Hero and Slickers vs. Killers failed both with critics and at the box office. This shift created tensions between the two friends. But Sam remained active in the industry, continuing to work both in front of and behind the camera. Beyond his declining popularity, Sam also faced financial problems as a producer. Having started his own production company called Boho Films, he tried to create new opportunities for himself and others. However, most of his projects lost money. When funding was cut for Into the Fire in 1991, Golden Harvest ended a long and successful partnership with Sam. This financial setback forced him to reconsider his position in the industry. Due to the changing film industry in the early 1990s, Sam's work shifted from acting to behind-the-scenes jobs. He became more involved in choreographing action scenes and teaching younger talent. He also began directing films that followed new trends in the martial arts genre. Despite these difficulties, Sam experienced a comeback in popularity in the late 1990s with his role in Seoul, the American television series Martial Law, which ran from 1998 to 2000. Although the show gave him significant exposure to Western audiences, Sam eventually left because he was not satisfied with the writing. In recent years, Sam has enjoyed another comeback in both acting and directing. His work as an action choreographer in Ip Man and its sequels made him popular again, and he returned to directing with The Bodyguard in 2016 after almost 20 years. He also starred in notable films such as Call of Heroes and God of War, proving that he still had the charm and skill that once made him a beloved figure in martial arts movies. Sam's personal life has also faced significant challenges. His first marriage to Jo Yo, a Korean woman, began in 1973, and together they had 4 children, 3 sons named Timmy, Jimmy, and Sammy, and a daughter named Stephanie. Unfortunately, their marriage ended in divorce in 1994 after 21 years. This separation happened during a particularly difficult period in Sam's career when he was dealing with a decline in the Hong Kong film industry. The stress from his professional problems probably played a role in the breakdown of their relationship. After his divorce, Sam entered a relationship with Joyce Godenzi, a former Miss Hong Kong. Their professional relationship started with the 1987 film Eastern Condors, where Joyce played a Vietnamese guerrilla fighter despite never having trained in martial arts. As their professional relationship grew, their personal connection deepened, and they married in 1995. Despite having a solid foundation, their relationship also faced pressures as Joyce shifted from fashion modeling to acting under Sam's direction. Sam's work life has been one of constant balance between responsibilities at work and at home. Long hours on movie sets and time away from family created strain on his relationships. Sam has expressed regret in interviews about not being able to spend enough time with his children during their growing up years because of his busy filming schedule. As his children got older, some even pursued careers in entertainment. Sam had to navigate the complexities of supporting them as both a father and mentor while continuing to manage his own career. In addition to career pressures, health challenges have affected Sam's personal life. He underwent emergency heart surgery in 2010 due to complications related to his weight and unhealthy lifestyle. This health scare forced him to reconsider his approach to both his physical well-being and his relationships with family and loved ones, prompting him to reevaluate his priorities. Now let's turn to Bruce Lee, who was born Lee Jun-fan on November 27, 1940, in San Francisco, California. He is widely regarded as one of the most influential martial artists and cultural icons of the 20th century. Bruce's father, Lee Hoi Chuan, was a Cantonese opera singer, and his mother, Grace Ho, was of mixed European and Asian heritage. Bruce was born during the Hour of the Dragon, a detail that would later influence his nickname, Little Dragon. Bruce's family returned to Hong Kong shortly after his birth, where he spent much of his childhood. Growing up in a theatrical family, he was exposed to the world of film early on. By the age of 3 months, Bruce made his first appearance in a film as a stand-in for an American baby in Golden Gate Girl. This early exposure to filmmaking marked the beginning of his lifelong involvement with the entertainment industry. As a child actor, Bruce made about 20 films between 1946 and 1958. His early roles include Dee co-starring with his father in The Kid, which marked his first leading role. Despite this exposure to movies, Bruce faced challenges typical of many children in the entertainment industry. His mixed background led to feelings of inadequacy and insecurity during his childhood. He was often teased by other children for his appearance and heritage, which contributed to his struggle with self-identity. As a teenager, Bruce faced significant bullying from British students at school. His small size and mixed heritage made him an easy target for ridicule. In response to this bullying, he joined a street gang as a way to defend himself. This decision marked a turning point in his life, as it led him into a world of street fighting and rebellion against authority figures. His involvement in street fights became increasingly frequent during this period. Bruce's competitive spirit often led him to confrontations with rival gangs, which resulted in numerous fights. In one notable incident in 1958, after a challenge from a rival martial arts school, Bruce engaged in a rooftop fight that escalated dramatically. The aftermath involved police intervention when the parents of his opponent filed a complaint against him, prompting his mother to take responsibility for his actions at the police station. Bruce's rebellious nature extended into his academic life as well. He attended several schools throughout his youth, but he struggled with academic performance and discipline at these institutions. Teachers described him as lazy and stubborn, often leading to conflicts with authority figures. His disruptive behavior resulted in multiple expulsions from prestigious schools in Hong Kong. Despite these setbacks, Bruce found comfort in martial arts training under the guidance of Master Yip Man. His need for discipline and focus drew him to Wing Chun Kung Fu at the age of 13. This style of Southern Chinese Kung Fu emphasizes close-range combat and powerful strikes, making it particularly suitable for someone of Bruce's size. Bruce's training with Yip Man marked a significant turning point in his life. Under Yip Man's guidance, Bruce developed essential skills such as speed, reflexes, and mental toughness. The training not only equipped him with practical fighting techniques, but also gave him a sense of discipline and focus that would serve him well throughout his life. As Bruce improved his martial arts skills, he began participating in local competitions. His competitive spirit drove him to engage in street fights as well, which were common among young people in Hong Kong at the time. By the age of 16, Bruce had gained enough confidence and ability to defend himself effectively against multiple opponents. Despite his growing skill in martial arts, Bruce continued to face social challenges. His mixed heritage often led to reluctance among some students to train with him at Yip Man's school due to attitudes about race within the martial arts community. However, this adversity motivated him to seek private lessons from Yip Man and other senior students. Bruce's martial arts training was complemented by his interest in dance. He won the Hong Kong Cha-Cha Championship at age 18. This combination of skills helped him develop exceptional footwork and body coordination, essential attributes for both dancing and martial arts. After facing continuous disciplinary issues at school due to his rebellious behavior and street fighting incidents, Bruce's parents decided it was time for a drastic change. In April 1959, facing ongoing conflicts with local gangs and police, Bruce's parents decided to send him to live with family and friends in San Francisco. This move marked a significant turning point in his life. In the United States, Bruce worked as a waiter while continuing his education. He eventually moved to Seattle, Washington, where he finished high school at Edison Technical School and enrolled at the University of Washington to study philosophy. During this time, Bruce began teaching Wing Chun informally and established himself as a skilled practitioner within the local community. By 1964, Bruce opened his first official martial arts school, the Jun Fan Gung Fu Institute, out of his home in Seattle. This marked a significant milestone in his career as he transitioned from student to teacher. The school focused on Bruce's interpretation of Wing Chun and attracted a diverse group of students eager to learn from him. Bruce's teaching style emphasized practical self-defense techniques over traditional forms, reflecting his belief that martial arts should be adaptable and relevant to real-world situations. He encouraged students to explore their own paths rather than strictly follow traditional methods. This philosophy would later develop into what he called Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist, which rejected rigid structures in favor of fluidity and practicality. As Bruce Lee's reputation as a martial artist and instructor grew, so did his student base. He expanded his influence by opening a second school in Oakland, California, where he continued to teach Jun Fan Gung Fu. During this period, he also began giving private lessons to celebrities such as Steve McQueen and James Coburn, which further enhanced his visibility in both the martial arts community and Hollywood. Bruce's approach to martial arts was revolutionary. He integrated techniques from boxing, fencing, and other disciplines, creating a more comprehensive and adaptable fighting system. He believed that martial artists should be free to draw from different styles rather than confine themselves to one method. A pivotal moment in his career came at the 1964 Long Beach International Karate Championships, where Bruce showcased his extraordinary skills through demonstrations like the famous one-inch punch and two-finger push-ups. These performances captivated audiences and solidified his status as a formidable martial artist. However, the event also marked a turning point in Bruce's journey as it brought him into conflict with the traditional Chinese martial arts community. His decision to teach non-Chinese students was met with resistance, culminating in a controversial challenge match against Wong Jackman, a direct student of Yip Man. The fight was meant to settle disputes over Bruce's right to teach outside of traditional boundaries. Although accounts of the match vary, with some claiming it lasted 20 to 25 minutes, and others stating it was a brief 3-minute encounter, Bruce emerged victorious, reinforcing his belief in the need for martial arts to evolve. Despite his rising fame, Bruce Lee faced significant cultural challenges in Hollywood. Racial stereotypes limited the roles available to him, and his aspirations to lead major film projects were often blocked by producers' reluctance to cast an Asian lead. His frustration peaked when he was passed over for the lead role in the television series Kung Fu, which went to David Carradine instead. In response, Bruce sought greater creative control over his work, and in 1971 established Concord Productions, Inc., with Raymond Chow. Holding a majority stake in the company, Bruce aimed to produce films that reflected his vision and solidified his place in both martial arts and cinema. Concord Productions played a pivotal role in bringing Bruce's artistic vision to the screen, producing some of his most iconic films. Bruce served as producer, writer, director, and lead actor for Way of the Dragon in 1972, which featured the legendary fight scene between Bruce and Chuck Norris in the Colosseum in Rome. This film further cemented Bruce's global status as a martial arts icon, showcasing his innovative approach to fighting choreography. After Way of the Dragon, Bruce began work on Game of Death, but production was interrupted when he was offered the lead role in Enter the Dragon, a landmark film and the first-ever Hong Kong-American co-production. Enter the Dragon became a massive success, further solidifying Bruce's legacy as a global cinematic force. Tragically, Bruce Lee's life was cut short on July 20, 1973, when he died after suffering a severe allergic reaction to medication he took for a headache. At just 32 years old, his sudden death shocked the world. The official cause was brain swelling, likely triggered by the reaction to the prescription medication. His untimely passing raised questions about the toll of stress and overexertion, particularly given his intense training regimen and work schedule. Following Bruce's death, there was a strong desire to finish Game of Death. While key sequences, including fight scenes with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Dan Inosanto, were filmed, much of the movie remained incomplete. To finish it, producers used existing footage, editing, lookalikes, and stunt doubles. Released posthumously in 1978, 5 years after Bruce's death, Game of Death received mixed reviews but remains iconic, especially the final act showcasing Bruce's martial arts philosophy and fighting styles. Bruce Lee's daughter, Shannon Lee, has worked to preserve his legacy, notably through the production of the television series Warrior, based on her father's original concept from the late 1960s. Bruce had pitched a series to Warner Brothers about a martial artist in San Francisco's Chinatown, aiming to challenge stereotypes and give Asian characters leading roles. Although Bruce's series did not materialize during his lifetime, Shannon Lee revived the idea in 2015. The series Warrior premiered on April 5, 2019 on Cinemax. The narrative follows a martial artist who arrives in San Francisco's Chinatown in search of his sister. The series explores themes of immigration, identity, and cultural conflict, while showcasing strong characters. Upon its release, Warrior received critical acclaim for its choreography, storytelling, and authentic representation of Asian culture. Now, turning to Sammo Hung's revelations about Bruce Lee. Sam has often spoken warmly about his experiences with Bruce Lee, recalling their shared history, mutual respect, and the impact Lee had on his career. The two first met in the early 1970s while both were working in the Hong Kong film industry. Their initial encounter occurred on the set of Fist of Fury, where Sam was working as a stuntman. This meeting sparked a friendly rivalry between the two martial artists. Sam recounted a memorable incident where he challenged Bruce's renowned speed. Sam asked Bruce if he was truly as fast as rumors suggested, and Bruce responded by executing a kick that nearly connected with Sam's face before he could react. Sam later described this experience as an eye-opening moment, remarking, "I said you really fast, he was very fast." Sam also worked with Bruce Lee on Enter the Dragon in 1973, where he played a martial artist who was defeated by Bruce's character in the film's opening fight scene. Reflecting on this experience, Sam expressed deep admiration for Bruce's professionalism and dedication to his craft, noting that working with him was not only an honor, but also an educational experience that influenced his own approach to martial arts choreography and performance. Sam has often emphasized that Bruce Lee was more than just a colleague. Bruce was a hero and a profound source of inspiration. He admired Bruce's ability to blend martial arts with cinematic storytelling, which helped elevate the genre and change global perceptions of martial arts in film. Sam stated that Bruce's impact on him, both personally and professionally, was immense. The untimely death of Bruce Lee on July 20, 1973, left a significant mark on Sam and the broader martial arts community. Sam has expressed his deep heartbreak over the loss of such an influential figure at such a young age. He reflected on the sense of loss not only for his friend, but also for the potential future collaborations that were lost with Bruce's passing. Sam also acknowledged how Bruce's death created a void in the martial arts world, as Bruce was seen as a pioneer who broke barriers for Asian actors in Hollywood and reshaped global perceptions of martial arts. In addition to sharing personal stories about Bruce Lee, Sam has made it his mission to continue promoting the legacy of martial arts that Bruce helped popularize. Sam emphasizes the importance of maintaining authenticity in martial arts cinema while adapting to modern trends. Through his own films and productions, Sam aims to honor the principles that Bruce Lee promoted, including discipline, respect, and innovation. His work as an actor and director has been instrumental in keeping the spirit of traditional martial arts alive, while also infusing it with contemporary elements that resonate with new generations of audiences. Bruce Lee's influence remains a guiding force in Sammo Hung's career and creative endeavors. The friendship and professional relationship between these two martial arts legends continues to inspire people around the world, showing how respect, dedication, and passion for the martial arts can create lasting bonds that transcend time and continue to influence future generations.